Hi everybody, good afternoon. I'm having a little difficulty with my phone fitting in my tripod today, so my apologies. Okay. Also, I am late today. Goodness gracious me. I had hoped to get on this morning or this afternoon at 1 today. But unfortunately, I got held up at work, so I have been working like a crazy woman the last few weeks. This week I only worked 70 hours, so I'm down. I'm getting better. So maybe next week it'll only be 60. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I am putting this on here. Let me do my quick little share. Let's see. This is being funny again. Okay, well, we'll just start with this here. Make sure the volume's down. Okay, who do we have? Hi, Tia. Hi, Amy. Hi, Kathy. Okay, goodness. Okay, you guys. So, for anyone who's popping on who's new, my name is Theresa Forsyth. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Bothell, Washington, in the U.S., which is a little bit north and a little bit east of Seattle. Okay. So, I was going to do 3 cards for you guys today, but I'm only going to do 2, but I'm going to film the 3rd one later tonight and put it on my YouTube channel. So if you guys don't know about my YouTube channel, there's Stampin' with Theresa is on YouTube. Okay, so also, you guys, I'm sorry, I'm so hectic today. I have not figured out who all shared last week's video for the prizes, so I will do that. I will do that later on this afternoon, and I will post it and make sure everyone knows who the winners are. So my apologies for not being as organized as I would like to be today. I just simply don't have the bandwidth this week, unfortunately. So hopefully you all can forgive me, and we're gonna make cute cards nonetheless. Who's ready to stamp? By the way, I'd like to welcome Cindy Cummings to the Stampin' with Theresa team. She signed up as a demonstrator last week, taking advantage of the big celebration finale. So that was exciting, and thanks to everyone who joined me for the BOGO sale last week. That was a lot of fun. Kind of hectic, but good, and it was fun to work with you guys on that. So we only have a week till Easter, and so today we're going to make 2 Easter cards. And if you aren't a celebrator of Easter, you can convert them into spring. It's completely up to you how you'd like to do it. The first card, I am going to case myself. Case means copy and share everything. This card I made for Thanksgiving last year, so I'm not copying it exactly, but we're going to do something very similar. Hi, Kelly. Can you guys see everything okay? Is it in frame? For some reason, my tablet doesn't show things perfectly, so I'm not quite exactly sure. But anyway, let's move on as though you can see everything. So we're going to use the Full of Happiness stamp set. This is a photopolymer stamp set, which means I'm going to break out the good old Stampin' Pierce mat that I like to stamp on. And because this helps with images. Let's see, that's kind of dirty. Let's see if I have a clean sheet scratch paper. Yay. Okay. So we're going to use Memento Tuxedo Black. We're using Daffodil Delight, and Daffodil Delight we're actually using in 2 projects, both projects today. We're using Pool Party, and we are using Grapefruit Grove, which is a retiring in color. So if you haven't gotten your hands on the in colors yet, you're going to want to do that. And we're also using the 1/8 inch ribbon, the Grapefruit Grove ribbon, and we're going to use a little bit of the Designer Series paper. the 6x6 DSP of the In Colors with Grapefruit Grove. So our card base is going to be Thick Whisper White, just a standard card base, which is cut to 5.5 by 8.5, and then scored at 4.25 and folded in half. So there's that. And this is just a little layering piece, and I can't remember what this is cut to. Let's measure it together on screen here. So 4.5, I think, by 3.5. Yep, 4.5 by 3.5. And we're using this piece of the Grapefruit Grove Designer Series paper because I love gingham. Raise your hand if you love gingham. It's so springy. So this is cut to 5.25 by 4. And then we have this little scrap that we're going to be using. So when I cut the paper, this little bit, I was able to trim this off. So this is at 4.5 and by 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Okay, so let's get to Stampin'. I think you guys are going to really like this card. It's so cute. Okay. Set everything aside here. Okay. We're going to need, I think we need the size of a block. We're going to stamp the little bunny, or the chick, and the egg. So let's see. Does it fit on this block? Oh, that will fit on this block. I prefer to use the smaller block, the better, because my hands enjoy a smaller block. Oh, and hopefully you guys don't hate me. We are going to do a little fussy cutting today, but it's nothing painful. This stamp, this egg shape coordinates with the Dino Roar suite that we have, the stamps that come in that, but I don't have that suite. Can you believe it? I don't own something that Stampin' Up! Makes. It's so shocking. Okay, so we're just going to stamp that. And let's see. Oh, you guys, my desk is such a mess. And for the prize this week for sharing, we're going to give away these projects. And then I'll think of something else to give away as the little bit of the bigger prize. I just haven't had a chance to think about that this week, you guys. I'm so sorry. I do feel bad about that, but I know you understand. I'm still struggling with one of my vendors in China because all of the factories, it appears, are tooled up for making masks, which is important, of course. But we're having trouble getting our part for making what we make for the COVID sampling and testing in labs. So that's been a little bit of a bummer at my office this week, but I know it'll all work out in the end because these things hopefully just tend to. And then Washington State, our governor announced that we're on the what do you call it? Stay-at-home order until, I think he said May 4th or May 8th or something like that. So we've got another month, and the poor kiddo here is going a bit stir crazy like we all are. This school is still not up and running for the distance learning, unfortunately. So here's the bonus of this is the easiest thing to fussy cut. So even if you don't have the dies like I don't, it will take next to no time to fussy cut this out. So we do the one curve, and you know, you move the image, not your scissors, when you're fussy cutting. I'm just clipping these little straight edges so they're as straight as they can be. This little egg is so cute. Easter's my favorite holiday, you guys. It is absolutely my favorite holiday. I just can't fathom the idea of not going to Mass on Easter, which is crazy. Crazy. I am actually, the reason why I have to cut it a little bit short today is because I'm going to my church to meet with my priest this afternoon. And, of course, we'll be social distanced. But yeah, so I need to go talk to him. And so that's going to be weird, like going and seeing a human person that isn't like one of my 4 coworkers or my family here at the house. My poor dad is so lonely. He's going a little stir crazy too. So we're going to use this thing here. How have you guys been this week? What have you been up to? I know a lot of you are still working and some of you aren't. If you're working, how many hours are you working? And if you aren't, what are you doing? And tell me something fun so I can live vicariously through you. And to me, fun means napping on a couch, eating salty snacks, and sleeping in and out while I'm watching some kind of TV show. I would kill to do that right now. I was just saying to somebody that it's kind of not fair. The people who can't work, they're so sad. And the people who are working, you know, are probably a lot more like me where it's pretty critical. And we're working basically around the clock. And like the nurses and doctors, of course, and the grocery store people and everybody who's out putting themselves out in the public, like, they're amazing. It's interesting who the heroes truly become, you know, when it's all said and done. Okay, so now we're going to stamp the chick. So what I did was I put this little piece on first because I want to stamp the chick over that a little bit. We're going to make the chick look like he's sitting in the egg, or he or she. Can be any gender you want. Or no gender at all. Chicks, it's hard to tell what they are when they're babies. I don't know if it's going to be a rooster or a hen. So Tia, you spent the week scrapbooking? Ooh, I hope you show us some of the things you've been making. I'd love to see it. Okay. So we're going to stamp this little guy right there. So cute. He looks a little weird right now, I know, because he has no beak or eyes, but we're going to fix that stat. We will not allow that to carry on here. Okay. This is a nice, quick little card. I love simple cards like this. Really, really do. I like doing ornate cards too. One of the other card I'm going to do, which is why I've decided to cut it from today's show, is we're going to do a little watercoloring and heat embossing and dry embossing on it. So stay tuned. So I'll probably want to get the directions on a little project sheet on my website for that too. So I'm going to do his little beak, doing my best to see where to stamp. I'm a little off, but that's okay. I can't see because of my light. And then now we're going to do his little eyeballs. And we're just going to do that with the Memento Black. Kathy, you're retired and you get to do what you normally do. Watching crafting videos, crafting, cooking, and the dreaded cleaning. Hubby is working. He's an essential worker. What does your hubby do? And thanks to him for getting out there in the public. It's brave. I don't have to be in the public. We've got my office extremely sanitized, and only a few people are actually allowed in. So I'm not in danger at the office. Okay, you guys, what do you think? He's so cute. Look at that little face. I hate cleaning too, Kathy. I don't know why I just shut that. We need that for the sentiment. So I'm going to put his little eyeballs away. And we're going to pull out this little sentiment, this little greeting that says, "You always brighten my day." Isn't that a sweet sentiment? so cute. So let's hang tight to that real quick. We are going to stamp the inside of this card because you know me, I can't not have something on the inside or on the envelope. Okay. So this is going to say, may your Easter be full of happiness. And what was the other one? The other sentiment says, here's to a new beginning, which is nice too. But I want this to be an Easter card. And I'm thinking this one might be slated for my dad, although I know he would really like my next card, but it's kind of girly, but that's okay. He doesn't care about that sort of thing. He just thinks I'm a genius at card making, which I'm not, but he's my dad, so he thinks anything I do is genius. Isn't that awesome? I love that my dad loves me so much like that. Okay. And actually, the next card, I got to be honest with you guys, is a straight up scrap lift cased card from Dina Rico, who is another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I saw her video this morning, and I had another card planned, and I'm like, okay, you only do Easter. You know, this is our last chance for Easter, so we're gonna do Easter today. So we're doing that instead of what I had. So we'll do what I had planned for next week because it was just a spring card. It wasn't an Easter card. Okay, so I'm gonna just do a little stamping on the envelope and also the inside of the card here with these cute little flowers. So I'm just gonna do my little back of the envelope thing, clean that off. And we're done with our pool party ink. Let's bring out our Daffodil Delight. Dina's a hoot. Yes, she is. Hi, Jamie. How are ya? Dina is a hoot. She makes me laugh. I hope someday I get to meet her, but I'd be probably like the worst fangirl there ever was. You know how you can just tell that someone is kind of your people? I think she might be. But of course that sounds weird and stalker-like because she has no idea who I am, of course. Okay. So for anyone who purchased BOGO stuff last week, I have not yet sent it out, and because life has just been super duper crazy for me this week at work, and we're only going to the post office once a week to limit our extra Uber public exposure. And by we, I mean Mike, of course, because, you know I'm not going. So, let's see. Jamie, living the life. You're still working though, right, Jamie? Or do you get to work from home? Okay, so let's put this sweet little card together. Who's ready to get it all together here? Let me find my dimensionals. I'm running on low with dimensionals here. Using the edges, so don't forget to cut up the edges, the borders of your dimensionals. They are just as good as the real thing, the pre-cut ones. I'm gonna put these on here, just like so. This card comes together so quick and easy. Okay, you guys. It's crazy that Celebration is over. And did you guys see that ornate garden suite that they're releasing early from the next catalog? I put a blurb on the homepage here, or on my, group page here. And then I also did a nice little thing on my website that I was pretty excited I was able to figure out. That was a late night endeavor this week. And sometimes when I'm getting home from work that late and working that hard, it's hard to fall asleep right away. So sit down and try to figure out a website. That'll put you right to sleep. see. You always use your edges up. Are you talking about when you put it on the back side of the border? That's funny. Jamie, you're still working then at the PD, right? Yeah, so Mike and Trax and I were just daydreaming about vacation because I don't know about you guys, but I could use a beach so bad right now. And I cannot wait for this to be over because all of our travel for work is canceled this year, which is awesome. At least for now. Things could pop up, of course, but I'm excited at the possibility of traveling for like a true vacation and not like work and then add on a few vacation days because I'm somewhere awesome, which I love the opportunities I get to travel with my office. But when you travel for work, it's definitely not the same as traveling for vacation. So I am making this little teeny tiny bow for the little neck because, you know, every baby chick is born with a little bow around its neck. Am I right? Let's get a little glue dot. So if you guys could go on vacation, your dream vacation right now, where would you go? Anywhere in the world. This bow is so adorable. That ribbon ties really nice little tiny bows. And then the little bow around his neck. I'm tearing up at the cuteness, you guys. This chick is my favorite chick. You know, like, you know how I had my BOGO sale and like things that I like to retire? I don't know that I'm going to be able to ever get rid of this chick. We'll see. We'll see. So what do you guys think? How cute. Yeah, my dad will really like this card. Better get it in the mail so he gets it. Okay, and that's our little coordinating envelope. So project numero uno is done, my friends. Wasn't that fun? Oh, and then so can you see how it worked out, how I cased the card I did back in December. This is a perfect spring card. So anyway, just that was fun to challenge myself a little bit with that. I like that kind of design. Okay. So because I've been cleaning as I go, I'll just move this stuff aside here. Okay, you guys. So if you watched Dina's video this morning, we're making a shutter card. And I'm not kidding. I am like copying every last bit about it. Normally when I case a card, I take it for my own and do something a little bit different. Okay, so in this case, there is one little thing different, and you probably won't even be able to tell. But she didn't put embellishment on hers, but I'm going to put some glittery enamel dots on. So we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to leave the sample out for now. But have you ever made a shutter card? Let me show you. I haven't made one in a long, long time. They're a little bit tricky, but it's not as tricky as you might think. So don't get too nervous yet. We are going to color using our blends. And we're using the light and dark of Daffodil Delight, the light and dark of Calypso Coral, and the light Flirty Flamingo, because every single little critter I do must have rosy cheeks. We're going to do another chick, you guys. So you'll have to tell me at the end which chick card you liked the best. So we're going to use this guy here. We're going to use these awesome shiny glitter enamel dots. If you don't have these, you should consider getting them. They're really fun. We're going to use the stitched shaped framelits. Stitched shaped framelits. Boy, I say that 5 times in a row. We're using the largest square, just right here. And I've already actually cut it all out. So I'm just doing a little quick show and tell here of everything that's in here. And then for the colors, we are going to use our Memento Tuxedo Black again. We're using Coastal Cabana, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, and Daffodil Delight. And you can never go wrong with gingham, so we're totally using more gingham. This card's going to have a belly band. And I've already done Oh, I haven't scored these yet, so we'll score those real quick. Basically, what this is this is a 8.5 by 11 by 8.5, excuse me, 8.5 by 5.5. And instead of scoring in the middle like we would for our traditional card base, I scored at 2 1/8 on each end, so it folds in like so. Okay, and then these are cut by, let's see. And you guys, I will make a template. You know how I scan or photograph my templates and put them on in the files? I will definitely do that for you guys. Hopefully I'll get to it tonight. But this is 4 by 3.5. So we need 2 pieces like that. And I'm going to bring up my trimmer because we need to score each of these at a 1/2 inch on the, so you're going to have it at the 4-inch side. And so we're going to pull it over a 1/2 inch and give her a score. Just like so. So you can see how that is there. And then we're going to do a little trick here. We need to find the exact center of this piece. So we know that it's 4 inches, so 4 divided by 2 is 2 inches, and then we know it's 3.5 this way. So 3.5 divided by 2 is 1 3/4. So what we're going to do, is we are going to line this guy up, and apologies if you see my head, but so what we're going to do, I want to try to show this to you up close, but we're going to find 1 3/4 and we're going to line, okay, hold on a second, get that on 2. We're going to line this up at 1 3/4. And we're just going to push that in to make a little tiny mark. But do you see how that's lined up? This little knob is lined up with the 1 3/4 mark. Okay, and so we made this teeny tiny little hole right there. So we're going to do that again with this one. So line this up at 2. You like my ruler, Kathy? Yeah, it's a great ruler. I don't even know where I got it. Let's look at it. I think somebody sent it to me in a package or something for free. I'm not really sure. But it is from Zero Hero Centering Ruler from the See-Through Ruler Company. www.dejaviews.com. So if you're interested in getting one for yourself, there's the info. Again, I have no idea where that came from. Maybe I even bought it at Staples for all I know. Okay, so getting that relined up to 1 3/4, and then we're going to push that right in to make that tiny little hole. Okay, are you guys with me so far? The hardest part is done. Well, maybe. You guys let me know if you think the hardest part is done. We're going to do some freestyle cutting. Now, you could do this on your trimmer, but I'm just going to freehand it. So you start at the corner, and we're not doing it on the side of this. We don't want to cut into that score line, but we do want to just make as straight of a cut as you can to that center hole, just like so. And then go to that other corner. This is a great card for any of your critter stamps. This is a fun one. Futzy, like you're probably not going to mass produce a ton of them because it's a little putsy, but it's definitely a wow effect. And with a little bit of patience, anyone can do it. Okay, that doesn't quite look center, but we'll see. We'll find out, won't we? Okay. You guys saw me measure it. Look at that. There we go. And right up from that corner. There we go. Okay. So we got our freehand cutting done. All right, I need to take a Diet Coke moment. My apologies. Do you ever just get like super thirsty all of a sudden and nothing will do except Diet Coke? That's how it feels for me. Okay, we're going to do all of our stamping really quick. I'm going to start with our black. And where's our stamp set? Let's get our little chick. And the reason why I'm going to do the black first is because I want this to dry. So I have this piece that's cut to 2.5 by 3. So we're going to stamp our chick right in the middle of this guy. And I know that Diet Coke is not healthy, so if you're about to tell me that, I already know. And yet I do it because I just do. It's one thing I don't think I will ever give up in my life. It's so good. It's like the only pop I like. I mean, I will drink Diet Pepsi, so it's not like I won't drink Diet Pepsi. Like if you're at a restaurant, they're like, oh, sorry, we only have Pepsi products. But I definitely prefer, the Diet Coke to Diet Pepsi. What are your thoughts on the matter? Okay, and we're gonna grab the little Happy Easter sentiment here. And we're gonna do a little rainbow effect here. Okay. So we'll start from the bottom and go up toward the top here, and hopefully this is straight. Happy Easter. I love this font. So cute. Okay. Done with Coastal Cabana. You know what's funny is I never use these brights colors. I need to because they are fun. What do you guys think? If you had to pick a color family, what is your favorite? I think mine are the subtles, well, or the in colors, you know. Some in colors I like better than others, but I really like both these the current in colors and, well, they're both current, but the ones that are 2019 to 2021, and then the ones that are 2020 to 2022, or wait, 2018 to 2020. The ones that are about to retire. I like those too, although I wouldn't say they're my favorite. Wait, why am I taking that off? I'll let that dry there for a second. But I love the ones this year with the Pretty Peacock and the Rococo Rose, Terracotta Tile, the Purple Posy. I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, Seaside Spray. I love all of them. I think Rococo Rose is my favorite pink right now of all of our pinks. Okay, so we got our yellow, and then now we're going to do our Flirty Flamingo. And I wanted to save that for last because we're going to do a little bit of stamping with this ink on more than just this. Okay. Here we go. You guys are being kind of quiet today. Okay. Let's see here. So let's keep that pad open and we'll set that aside. That's going to go on our belly band. Okay, so let's grab this sentiment here. We're going to stamp this on, this is a 1/2 inch. This is just a scrap actually, 1/2 inch scrap. And we're going to stamp "Have a Wonderful Easter" right in the middle of this. So cute. Okay, and then let's grab our little flowers out of here. And we are going to stamp our little shutter mechanisms. You like the Regals, Kathy? Yeah, they are rich. They're beautiful. Oh, you know what? I want this. Oh, well, there. I guess that told me. Came right off of that thing. Okay, so we're going to just kind of do our random, you know, make our own DSP, if you will. Yeah, I like the Regals too. I especially like them in the fall. For some reason, they just say fall, winter to me. And you're right, they are rich. I'm super excited to find out what the new ink colors are going to be. We know Bumblebee is the yellow, which looks to me to be pretty similar to Crushed Curry, so I cannot wait to see how it compares. Okay, so we got that one. And then let's do this one. And we're just stamping here, there, and everywhere. A little random. Go off the edges to make it look random. And you can move your paper, move your stamp. I was being so klutzy this morning when I was making samples. I woke up early to make samples and plan out projects. I planned one before I went to bed, and then, well, two. I had two planned before I went to bed last night, and then I woke up to do the other before I had to run to the office. And I kept dropping all of my ink. In fact, my Grapefruit Grove, I dropped it on the edge of my table, and actually I didn't damage the pad because you can totally use it, but I did make a little mark on the pad, like a little tear in the foam, which that was crazy. And yes, it got everywhere and all over my project and all over me. Because, you know, it's a reddish color. Oh, look, see? And then I just got my finger in the Flirty Flamingo. Just talking about being klutzy. I'm getting there. Okay, well, let's get all this ink put away before bad things really start happening. Okay. Yeah, super excited for the next catalog. I feel pretty special because I got selected as a demonstrator to do a survey for next year's spring catalog. And so I got to give some input on upcoming stamp sets and designer series paper, and that was really cool. It was really neat. I don't know why I got picked to do it, but it was awesome. And there's going to be some really cute things coming out, you guys. Really cute. It's amazing how far ahead Stampin' Up! Plans their catalogs. It's like fashion. They are like a year or two out. Isn't it funny how they know what the trends are going to be? So weird. There must be like some consortium that gets together and they decide colors for us. It's weird. And it's not just, you know, Stampin' Up, of course. It's like the whole world. Like the fashion, you know, things that are designed for like, you know, home decor and stuff like, you know, like, and who picks like what's going to be like a thing, you know, like feathers are the it thing this year, or, you know, when they decide the new critter, like the owl, you know, like who's like, ooh, I know we're going to have owls this year. I don't know. It's weird. And then I'm like, I don't even like hedgehogs. And then, but now I do. Like now I'm obsessed with them, or, you know, whatever the animal is. It's kind of funny. I'm a little funny with animals because I love animals in general. And I would never want harm to come to an animal for any reason. I do kill spiders on occasion, but only if they show themselves in my home. Oh, thanks, Kathy. Congratulations for being a surveyed demo. Yeah, that was really neat. I feel like becoming silver status has you know, opened a few little doors for me. Like, it's amazing the amount of support that Stampin' Up! Gives you. And, you know, when I first started being a demonstrator 12 years ago, you know, I didn't ever really think I would do it as a business, you know. I'm going to do his little feet, even though they're not going to show, but just because that's me, I need to complete it. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. And then like last November, I decided, you know what? I'm really tired. And my job, I love my job. And, but I know I'm going to want to retire sooner than later. And so I know that I also am not going to be able to be one of those people who can just sit around and do nothing. And I'm like, I need to make Stampin' Up! A go. I need to do this. And, so in November, I decided, you know, and my upline is Patty Bennett. And, you know, she didn't, you know, anybody who signs up as a demonstrator, I can only think of like 3 who did it to be, as a business. You know, most people I know signed up as hobbyists. Okay, obviously, rosy cheeks. Obviously. What do you guys think? So cute. Is it a girl or a boy? It's got that little thing, which makes me think it's a little baby rooster, so I'm thinking it's a he. Okay, we now have all of our parts together, so let's put it all together. Yeah, but anyway, so if you're thinking about being a demonstrator, you know, do it just for the discount. That's what I did. And then, you know, 12 years later, you might decide you want to do something with it like me. You never know where life takes you, you know? Okay, so I'm just putting some glue on the back of this, and I'm just going to kind of cattywampus put these. Did anyone watch Dina's video this morning? So is this a second time around for anyone? Okay, and we're doing it in our little rainbow order, following our words here. And nothing needs to be perfect, because that goes against my rules. Perfection is not allowed if you're a card maker. You can go for it, but you know, people love the handmade look to stuff, right? Okay, so now let's also, while we're at it, let's glue this down. We're gonna put this on our thing here. Kathy, you were silver, then you lost your downline. She's your daughter-in-law. You're in it for the hobby part. You never know, she might join again. My mom just joined, Cindy Cummings. That's my mama. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, it's just kind of too bad. I'm going to trim this down a little bit from my original dimension, just because I think I accidentally trimmed it a little bit big. And then let me see what this looks like here. Okay, that fits. That's going to be fine. How long have you been doing it, Kathy? You missed Dina's video this morning? It might have been yesterday, too. I don't know. When she actually posted, I just watched it this morning. I usually wake up first. So I put my little... Oh, we're using the 2 1/4 inch circle punch here. And we're going to just, you can just kind of put it like so it fits all the way over here. I try to do a little bit of an eyeball and make sure it's centered as possible. Speaking of Cindy Cummings, hi Mom. I was just telling everybody how you just signed up. You're a new demonstrator. Yay. My mom's also an avid quilter. Okay, and we're going to use the tailored tag punch. And we're going to make little banner ends on this. I don't really use this too much for the actual label, although I've seen some cute projects made with it, so maybe I will. I'll do a video on the awesomeness of this punch, but I like it. Oops, I don't like how that one turned out, but I like it for banner ends. There we go. Look how perfect that is. So cute. And There we go. Beautiful. Multi-purpose punch right there. Okay. Let's get my circle punch put away too. Okay, now we have all of our components all ready to go. So what we're gonna do, let's find the bone folder here. Let's just give this a bit of a crease here. And this one also. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna kind of do a dry fit here. So for those of you that are joining a little bit late, we're making a shutter card. And you want to make this guy sit right there so you'll be able to see him. We'll poke him up. Oops, oopsies. Just a little bit here. I'm just going to put a little dab of glue on the, well, all right, I'm just going to glue it, but not press it until I'm happy. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm happy with that position. 2 years on March 24th. Oh, Wendy's, you're upline. Yay! Yay! You're on Patty's team too. I love the Love to Stamp group. Mom, you get to join the Love to Stamp group too. And Tia, of course, is part of the Love to Stamp group as well. Yeah, actually meeting Patty at the onstage in November is what really motivated me to make a serious go of the business. And I was like, I'm so jealous that you get to do this for fun. And she's like, well, anyone can do it. And she's right. Okay, so what we're going to do is this here, like so. And then we've got this. Okay. So we're going to have to do a little haircut here, but what we're going to do is we're going to put some glue. You can also use tear and tape, but you know me, I'm a fan of the liquid glue. And we're going to put it as close to this score line as possible, but you don't want to go over the score line. So let's do it just like this. So, and then we'll push her back, just like so. Okay. Yeah, this is I guess it's a fun fold, but it's also a movement card. Hi, Ree, welcome. Okay, so we're going to do like so, and then push this in as far as we can without going over the score line there. So if you're joining late, I definitely encourage you to watch the replay because we're making a super fun card. Oh, hold on. I burnished it and then now I see. Oh well, we're just gonna have to live with it. So now what you're gonna see is there's not very much space up here. So we're gonna put just a really thin line of foam adhesive here up touching the very top here. And what I grabbed was my mini dimensionals and I trimmed up little thin bits of the border. So we're putting that just right up against the top, just like that. And just like so. See what I mean about this being kind of a fussy card, but when you guys see how it works, you're going to be like, okay, worth it. Worth it. Again, I wouldn't want to mass produce it, but okay. Let's see. I've only got one left on this sheet. Finish the sheet. That's always fun for some reason. Okay. And then we're going to put some on the bottom here. So now when this shuts, these little corners are going to hit the edge of this side here. So I'm just going to cut off just a little tiny bit, little haircut. So when we shut it, it lays flat. Okay. So now let's open it all the way and let's take the backing off of the foam. And again, you guys, this is Not my creation. This is totally Dina's creation. The way she did it exactly. Shutter cards she didn't invent, I don't believe, but the shutter cards have been around for a while. I've made them before. I've seen the tutorials on split coast stampers and whatnot. Okay, so let's make sure. Okay, so it's a little bit tight here still. So let's peel this up a bit. So sometimes the fit is a little tricky. There we go. So we opened that up just a bit, and we are going to trim off a little bit, just a little bit of the bottoms of these foams with our scissors. And you probably can't really see me doing it, but I'm just lifting up the foam just a bit and trimming off the bottom part. And it's still going to stick, so don't worry about that. I thought that these would be thin enough, but alas, they're not. And this is what I mean by putsy. This is like super putsy. This is not normally what I like to do. I like a simple card or easy fun folds, but this is a gatefold card with the movement mechanism on the inside. So you could totally do a fun fold just without the shutter part if you wanted to. Just modify this as a fun fold only. Sorry, you guys, this is taking a bit. This is my fault. I didn't make it thin enough. Okay. Hi, Lynn. How are you? I'm keeping you in my prayers, lady. Keeping all of you in my prayers, actually, just so you know. Whether you're a prayerful person or not, you're in them. Okay. So, but Lynn, you in particular, I've definitely been keeping you in my prayers. Okay. So, now let's just fold this down. So, okay. Are you guys ready? When you open it, ta-da! What do you think? It's magic. Okay. So, let's put our little sentiment on the inside here. We're just going to put a little tiny dab of glue on the edges. Oh, hey, Mike. That's my man, everyone. Mike just joined us. He likes to get on. I don't even think he has the volume on. I think he just likes to get on and like make comments and try to embarrass me. Okay. All right. So now that we have that on, let's do it again with the sentiment on the inside. So, ta-da! Isn't that fun, you guys? Oh, he's got the volume on. He's coming out to prove to me he has volume on. Apparently, he doesn't get enough of me when I'm not making videos. We just celebrated the boy's birthday last night. His birthday was in February, but, you know, with school and midwinter break and all that stuff, his birthday is always tricky to celebrate because, you know, he wants to have friends over and all that. And so we kind of put it off until a little bit later, and then all this COVID stuff happened. And then finally we're just like, you know what? It's time to celebrate. So we had a little birthday party last night. Just us. That was kind of fun. He picked out the meal and cooked it. Traxton did. Okay, so now we have our belly band on. So we've got our belly band. So when the person gets the card, let's let it sit just for a little bit more to dry here. Let's add some embellishment. Okay, Dina did not do this. This is your girl here getting fancy and glittery because I can't leave well enough alone. So let's do Coastal Cabana, because why not? Dina claims that Coastal Cabana is the color that lets us know God loves us. And while I like Coastal Cabana, it isn't that for me, but for her, it's her fave. And I never use it, so I need to use it more often. Because I love how all these colors look together. Aren't they so cute, you guys? Okay, so here we go. We added a little bling, because that's what we do. So, we'll slide the belly band off. Boom. What do you guys think? Is this a winner or what? And then you just slide this on. So I wanted to show you guys a couple Easter cards. So if you feel like making one this evening, you can make one and send one off to your friends, family. So hopefully they'll get it before Easter. But I just want to thank you guys so much for hopping on with me. Thank you for your patience and not only doing it a day later, but I said we'd do it at 1 and I didn't start till 2. So I appreciate you guys hanging with me on that. And I don't even have prizes ready for next week. So, but don't let that deter you from sharing, because if you share, you're still going to be entered. And I'll probably do a stamp set and then the projects from this week. So let's find the sample, the first sample we made. So you guys tell me which one you liked better. This was our first one with this chick, and then there's this one with the other chick. I did not give this chick rosy cheeks because he looks like an actual chick with the photorealistic stamp. So what do you guys think? What's your favorite? Okay, and then so one person will get the cards and one person will get a stamp set, and I don't know which one yet, but it'll be a good one. And I'll do the drawing a little bit later for last week's prizes. I appreciate you guys having your patience for me. And that is it for today. And of course, if you need any basics or anything, feel free to let me know. Stampin' Up! Is still operating. I talked to my demonstrator advisor last Thursday. We talk every 2 weeks, and she you know, she didn't give me any insights on anything because I don't think she even knows any, but we're just saying prayers that Stampin' Up! Stays open. And so far they are. So if you want to place an order, again, I still recommend doing it sooner than later because of the situation. But anyway, all right, you guys, thank you so much. And I promise I'll announce the winners later. And Tia, thank you for all you do. Oh, thanks, Tia. Thank you for watching. Both are so cute. Thanks, Kathy. I'm glad you guys like them. They were fun to make. And thanks to Dina Rico she's at the Creativity Cave. So thanks to Dina for the inspiration for this one. And yeah, that's, again, a legit straight up copy of her work. I added nothing to this except for those 3 little dots. Anyway, all right, you guys, have a great weekend. Rest what's left of it. Bye.